16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League here with the Outlaws in game number 16. We are approaching the end of season 1 in this Chem Lock challenge, and the Outlaws have been very productive. We are currently sitting at 10-5. We are guaranteed to make the playoffs, but this game against the Maulers is a very important one because it really just determines who is going to win the division and who is going to have to play through as a wild card team. The Outlaws and the Maulers are going to be seeing their second matchup against between the two teams. The first time we played was back in in game 10, as we won 2 to 1. Oh my gosh, against the Maulers. Muhammad Holmes pitched that game and won. And he is no longer on the team. Instead, Edgar Lang is going to be getting the start against their starter, Tucker Blaze, who's currently tense. This will be a very interesting game, and we'll have to determine if this team has what it takes to push through the entire playoffs, or if we feel like this is going to be a challenge for us. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Just a heads up, as we are recording this episode, my wife is sleeping in the other room, so you're going to see me a little bit less animated and excited than I normally am. So I apologize in advance if you're wondering what's going on. That is why. So taking a look at the team and what we're going to be doing here, I am going to. We have Dalton Babshishin currently sitting, so I think that's fine with me. Jerry Love, as always, you're going to be DHing. Glass Snyder is currently tense, so I think we'll put Rafael Yuppers in left. We will put Alfredo Levine in center. We will put everybody else in the spots they're already in. Fernando Branch gets a start at third base, and Alex Hernandez will get the start once again as Giovanni Mays is still injured. And let's put the order. So Alfredo Levine is going to be at the bottom of the order as well. I know Alex Hernandez just had a huge game against the Burners where he had 2 hits and 4 RBIs, so we'll bump him up ahead of Levine. Looking at the rest of the order, Sorelli has been struggling, but I'm going to give him the leadoff spot. Rafael Yuppers had a day off after being tense. We're going to put him in the 2 spot. We're going to keep Rock Quintana in the 3 spot. He has been producing there for most of the season, even though he's been slowing down. Jerry Love will stay on the DH and bat 4th. I will put Ramon Lee in the 5 spot. And then between the 2, I will put Justice Colon in the 6th spot, who is currently locked in. She's starting to finally play better, but not in the top of the lineup. So we'll keep her at 6, Fernando Branch at 7, Alex Hernandez at 8, and then Alfredo Levine getting the start in center, something he's not used to. Just a quick little peek here. Does it make more sense for Yuppers to be in center instead of Alfredo Levine? No, I think this is fine. So, all right, for the last game of the season, we are going to use our alternates against the Maulers, and let's jump into this one, and we'll see that Jensen Fervor is currently on fire. That's very scary. So we'll see how that all plays out. But we're heading to El Viejo Stadium. We have not played here yet, as the Maulers were playing at our park, Tiger Den, the last time we saw them. So they were only able to put up 1 run in the game we played against them, so we will see if that stays the same, if their offense stays quiet, or if they are ready to rip the ball. Edgar Lang hoping to keep them at bay in this one, as he has been pitching well all season long. We'll hope that continues. We get to hit first, so Braden Sorelli, who dropped below 500 for the first time in a long time, will lead off the game. He is currently neutral mojo versus Tucker Blaze, who is currently tense. Strike 2 there, tough out activates, and Tucker Blaze only has 3 pitches. It's a fastball, a changeup, and a curveball. He has an Elite Four-seam fastball, so we'll see if that's a problem for him. Only 3 pitches as a starter is usually pretty scary. They call that strike 3, and that ball drops into the zone for a called third strike, and that's out number 1 for Braden Sorelli, who drops to tense mojo for maybe the first time in his career. And now we have Rafael Yuppers take strike 1, swings through strike 2. That Elite Four seam is really playing up. Takes ball 1 inside. That's a tier 2 Elite Four seam fastball, so about 98 is what it's capping out at. Rafael Yuppers hits it hard, but right at Jensen Ferver in center field. And now we have locked in Rock Quintana. Our second baseman has been quiet over the last few games. Been still somewhat productive, but not as productive as we normally see him. And we'll see if he can turn things around and get some momentum heading into the playoffs. 1-2 count here. And hits that off-speed pitch, but got underneath it, and it's going to hang up in left field for a 1-2-3 inning for Tucker Blaze as he gets out of that, and I believe his mojo is back to neutral. So very frustrating that we weren't able to capitalize on the 10th starter. Only 3 pitches, and we still couldn't do anything with that. Flown Corona comes up. Bad ball hitter and first pitch slayer here for Edgar Lang, trying to be careful on that first pitch, and he ends up throwing a ball, which is okay. Ball 2 is not okay. Ball 3 is even worse. And there's a strike. Bad ball hitter does get activated on any pitch on the edge of the zone there. Full count and a grounder to short. Ramon Lee tosses to Colon for out number 1. Warner Medrano here has tier 2 inside pitch. Playing third base as secondary position, and he is going to look for something on the inside part of the plate, but Lang doesn't want to put anything there. 1-1 count here with 1 out. Swings through strike 2 on a nice fastball. And that ball gets away from Alex Hernandez behind the plate. Makes just enough contact to foul that one right back behind the plate. And diving attempt from Justice Colon, and she's not able to get it. And that's a base hit. 1 out. Base hit for Medrano. And now here comes Elias Hensley. This is an interesting player to consider bringing onto the team. Elias Hensley has high pitch and fastball hitter. 2 traits that would be really nice on our team. And the first pitch swinging, and it is they decide to try and go for the play at second base, even though the runner took off on this pitch. And the runner is safe at second, but they still are able to get the out at first base. And so a 5-4-3 put out for out number 2. And now a runner on second base for Jensen Ferver, who's on fire. And keeps it going there as that ball's going to go all the way into the right corner. 1 runner scores. He's on his way to second. Ferver turns and stays at second base with an RBI double here in the second inning. So Ferver, who's on fire, keeps that going. And with 2 outs, Mauricio Khan comes up, who's locked in right now. And hits that ball hard, and it's going to be fair. It lands right on the line. Misplayed by Rafael Yuppers, and that is back-to-back RBI doubles for the Maulers, and they take a 2-0 lead. Edgar Lang here in the second inning already struggling. Gustav Ashley comes up, mind gamer and durable, so that accuracy for Edgar Lang, who's already tense, just goes into the toilet, and he gets a first pitch strike here. With 2 outs, we just need 1 pitch to get out of this inning. Ball in the dirt is 2-1, or 2-1 count here. And that's going to be out of here very, very quickly. And that ball was absolutely mauled into right field. That is a 2-run shot for Gustav. And 407 for him. 4th home run of the year for him. 10th RBI. Gustav Ashley extend this to a 4-0 lead for the Maulers. And we are still only in the second inning. So Calvin Villa comes up. And this is getting a bit concerning as Edgar Lang has been pitching we're pretty much consistently well all year long. And to see him struggle like this, I feel like it's something that we're not surprised by if you look at his attributes, but surprised if you see the rest of his production. He gets out of that one. Oh my God, I said we were in the second inning. We were in the first. How did that all happen in the first inning? Oh my gosh. Well, 4 runs, and the Outlaws are in a deficit right out of the gate here. Jerry Love coming in. Tucker Blaze is still tense somehow, even though he got through a 1-2-3 first inning. 2-1 in that at bat, and Jerry Love sends that to left center field all the way into the corner. deepest part of the park, and it's going to go for a long time. Fervor is able to get to it, but that is a standing double for Jerry Love to start the top of the second, and that's pretty much exactly what we want to see. If we want any chance of competing here, is we need a lot of offense, and Ramon Lee comes up, hits that ball hard to right center or left center field, but it looks like it's going to hang up enough for Fervor, who is incredibly fast, to catch that one for out number 1. And he just got underneath that one, which could have done a lot of damage and scored a run if it was able to get down, but just hung up too long. And now Justice Cologne comes up. She's locked in. Swings the first pitch, pulls a foul. Tucker Blaze still tense. Hits that ball hard, but right at Ashley at second base, and Justice Cologne gets knocked back down to neutral mojo. The runner does advance to third, but now 2 outs. And Fernanda Branch comes up, batting .290, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. She has been quiet for quite a long time. Pulls that one foul. Tucker Blaze still tense. Does not have consistent, so kind of crazy that he stayed tense for so long. 2-1 count here with 2 outs, excuse me. And that ball's going to get past the diving shortstop, and Fernanda Branch comes up big with a RBI single. Still need a lot of work before we can get to the point where we're going to feel a lot more confident about this game, but 1 run does come across, and we like to see that here in the second. Alex Hernandez, 2 for 2 with 2 singles his last time out. And that ball gets way away from the catcher, and that's going to be an easy runner advance to second. Strike 2, 1-2 count with 2 outs. Ball 2 in the dirt. And hit right to the first baseman. Hensley steps on the bag for out number 3. 1 run comes across on a Fernanda Branch RBI single, and we head to the bottom of the second. Edgar Lang has to face off against the 8-9-1 hitters. Branda Hickman is tense right now. She does have distractors, so if she gets on base, that is going to impact the accuracy of Edgar Lang. Little hack activates here. Swings through that one for strike 2. And just makes contact there and pops it foul. And another one fouled back. And ball 1 high. And makes enough contact to pull that foul. And swings through strike 3, so back-to-back strikeouts for Edgar Lang, his last 2 batters that he's faced. And now he faces off against Demetrius Blacksmith. 0.77 average, he's tense. And Edgar Lang is still tense after he's gotten 2 strikeouts. He gets a pop-up there, and it's going to sit right behind first base, and Justice catches that one for out number 2. And now we get to the top of the order once again, and Flown Corona will come up 0 for 1 today. First pitch Slayer still activated here, so I have to be careful. And takes the first pitch strike. Edgar Lang looking to see if he can get a clean inning here, gets strike 2. And that ball hit hard to center field. Is it not? Nope, it's out of here. Oh, almost catching that is Alfredo Levine. That is going to be a solo shot from Flown Corona as that ball flown out of here in a hurry. And that ball was mauled. It is now a 5-1 lead for the Maulers as we got 1 run back, and they got it back immediately in this second inning. So Edgar Lang frustrated that he was not able to get out of a clean inning, even though he got 2 strikes on the batter. And Justice Cologne ranges over, but that gets out of play for strike 1. Adrano did reach base his first time. 2-1 count here. And that ball just over the glove of Fernanda Branch and into left field. Yepers gets it in quickly, but that is a single with 2 outs for the Maulers. And this is kind of a little reminiscent of what we saw in the first game in the first inning. And that's enough for Edgar Lang as he gets pulled and Chris Lopside comes in. And we're going to see how this all plays out. Fastball immediately for the fastball hitter, and Chris Lopside looks him dead in the eyes and says, "I got you," as he's able to get out of the inning. And so 1 pitch, and Edgar Lang is done. He gave up 5 runs. I don't know how many hits were allowed there, but too many. And he had his first rough outing of the year. And honestly, I feel like we can allow that when it happens so rarely for him. But hopefully it does not happen during the playoffs. Grounder up the middle. Khan scoops it up, tosses to first, and Alfredo Levine is out number 1. And we wrap to the top of the order, and a tense Braden Sorelli comes up. He is 0 for 1 today, had an ugly strikeout his first time up to start this game, and he sends that one right back up the middle immediately on the first pitch, and he reaches base, and his mojo gets back to neutral. Rafael Yepper's now up, and that wasn't. No, I was going to say that wasn't the first hit of the game for the Outlaws. They already scored 1 run. First pitch swinging is Yepper's, and he grounds into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So the offense of the Outlaws right now is non-existent against a 3-pitch starter who came into this game tense, and just incredibly frustrating to see our pitcher not pitch like he normally does, and our offense be completely shut down and neutralized through 3 innings so far. Just very disappointing. Base hit to start this inning for the Maulers, and Chris Blopside trying to place his pitches perfectly, and he gives up another hard hit ball, but this one straight to left fielder for out number 1. Base runner retreats to first, and Gustav Ashley, who hit a home run his last time up, 2-run shot, comes up to bat, and Mind Gamer does activate, as well as reverse splits, which is tier 1, and that ball right past the face of Chris Blopside. He got lucky, he didn't get hit there, but it is a base hit, and now 2 runners aboard for Calvin Villa, who is 0 for 1 today. He does have good power and contact rating, so we have to be careful here. Bad jumps activated over at second base from Fervor. And 2 swinging strikes there. 1 out, 0-2 count, and makes enough contact to pull that foul. And then hits that one blooped into left center field. It's going to get down for a hit. 1 runner is going to score. The other runner advances to third, and it is a RBI single for Villa, his first hit of the day, and the lead is now 6-1. Veranda Hickman, the 8-hitter, is still tense, and she comes up. Lopside not able to do much better than Edgar Lang, and that ball gets past Ramon Lee into left field, and that is another RBI single. Runner scores easily from first, and now we are at a 7-1 ball game. Demetrius Blacksmith comes up. He's tense. See if he can get his first home run of the year here. I only say that because, of course, he would. Tense Chris Blopside having a really tough outing here through 12 pitches already. And that ball's going to get through into right field. Braden Sorelli is able to hold a runner, and his bases loaded with 1 out. Oh, man. 2/3 of an inning so far for Chris Blopside today, and he is struggling just as much as about anybody else on our pitching staff right now. Here's Floan, and Floan gets that ball right to Lee. Quintana is not able to get it to first in time on that little wild throw. Justice Colon keeps it in front of her, but another runner scores on the fielder's choice. And it is now first and third with 2 outs. Medrano comes up with inside pitch, and Crisp has given up just about as many runs as Edgar Lang has. And now he has given up more, as that ball is absolutely obliterated. Mauled the cover off the ball as Medrano absolutely blasts that one into left center field, a 450 shot, and that is a 3-run homer. His first home run and his RBI of the season. What a time for this offense to wake up for the Maulers, and I can't wait to see them in the playoffs. Elias Hensley, who's tense, going up against the rattled Chris Blopside, but yeah, let's leave him in here, because why not? And Hensley fouls one off, followed by a ball. And there's a high pitch sent into center field for a base hit here in the bottom of the third. We are still losing 11-1 and can't get out of the inning, but that's us wrapping around the order. So Jensen Ferber led off with a base hit, and he is back on here. And finally, we yank Chris Blopside, and Jacoby Maddox comes in relief. Only 1 inning for Chris Blopside, and he gave up about 6 or 7 runs there. Jacoby Maddox with a 1-1 count here against the on-fire Fervor. 2-1. He's pitching very carefully here. And that ball's going to pop up into foul territory. Alex Hernandez catches that for out number 3. So Jacoby Maddox is able to get it finished off, but holy shit. 6 runs score in the 3rd inning for Chris Plopside after 5 runs given up by Lang. And we are currently down 11-1. What a way for us to piss away the division. Top of the 4th here, Rock Quintana comes up. Locked in still. And grounds that one off the glove of the diving second baseman and into center field. Ashley's able to get it, but that's going to be a base hit for Rock Quintana here to lead off the top of the 4th. Jerry Love, who had a double his first time up, comes up once again, and he's still locked in. And Tucker Blaze is back to neutral mojo, his 40th pitch here, and induces a fly out, but it looks like it's going to get out of play, just out of play. And that's a strike 1. Off-speed pitch high for a ball. And Jerry Love absolutely destroys that ball as it gets into that second section deep in right center field. That ball got out in a hurry. That fastball just got turned around. 450 for Jerry Love, his 4th home run, 14th RBI, and that's a 2-run shot, putting this game at 11-3 now. So I don't have any help, but our offense has the ability to fight back into this one. I just don't think our pitching staff has enough to keep them from scoring. And Ramon Lee is going to get his first home run of his career as an Outlaw, and that's going to dead center field just past the batter's eye. 435, back-to-back shots. That's his first home run of his career, and that is a now 11-4 ball game. So the Outlaws offense starting to figure things out, but I think this might be where we look to see that, yep, there's the change, and Tucker Blaze comes out. Reef Sandman comes in. And first pitch swinging is Justice Colon, who grounds out to third base, 5-3. Fernanda Branch comes up, RBI single, her first time up. And Sandman pitching well this year, 2.84 ERA. 3 pitches, 4-seam curveball changeup. There's the curveball right there. 1-1 count for Branch. Takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. And Nate makes contact there, but it's going to dribble slowly to second base. Easy out number 2. And Alex Hernandez comes up. 0 for 1 today. Batting .333 on the year with 4 RBIs. All of those RBIs came in the last in the last game. And he sends that one back up the middle for a base hit. So the bottom of the order gets on base for once again. And Alfredo Levine comes up now 0 for 1. Going to see if he can keep the line moving with 2 outs. A little 2-out rally here would be nice. We've already scored 3 runs this inning. And Alfredo Levine taking 2 strikes in a row. And there's ball 1. Max choker for Reef Sandman, and luckily he's not going to have to worry about that in this one as he gets a strikeout there. 3 runs come across on a huge 2-run shot from Jerry Love, followed by a back-to-back jack from Ramon Lee. And Sandman would be interesting to see that Max choker trait activate, but instead we're probably not going to see that with this game and the way that it is right now. 1-1 count for Mauricio Khan, who's locked in. Swings through strike 2, and Kate Collector activates for Jacoby Maddox. And ball 3, so full count now. And fights that one off foul. We'll do it again. And another foul ball. This one into the other dugout. Another foul ball. We'll do it once again. And gets him there as he's chasing the off-speed pitch as that one flies way out of the zone for out number 1. Gustav Ashley comes up 2 for 2 today. A single and a home run. 2 RBIs. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. Takes ball 1 high. Swings through strike 2. Kate Collector activates once again for Maddox, who's about half stamina now, and that ball got way out of his hand. And that one's going to foul off. Full count here for another batter, and mistake pitch gets pulled way foul, way ahead of that one. and that ball's going to get up the middle. So Jacoby Maddox gives up a base hit with 1 out. And the Maulers bats have been very, very effective in this game today, as they have been battling through a lot of at-bats, getting a lot of pitches, and making these pitchers work for it. That ball gets past Alex Hernandez. He has a good arm, but it's not going to be good enough to get the runner advancing into second base. So now a runner in scoring position for Villa, who hit a... Oh, I don't remember what Villa did his last time up, but I would assume that was an RBI hit of some sort. That ball gets away from the runner as well, or the catcher as well, and Hernandez allows the runner to advance to third. So I don't know if these are wild pitches or if these are pass balls, but I would be more comfortable assuming Jacoby Maddox is not at fault in these situations, but who knows? And that ball is going to ground to Quintana to lead over to Colon for a double play to end the inning. And so no runs score somehow. Jacoby Maddox is able to keep the Maulers off the board, even though they made another little rally happen there. And so we reach the top of the order once again. Braden Sorelli 1 for 2, excuse me. Sandman coming up here, getting an 0-2 count already, and tough out activates. And pops that one foul. Takes ball 1 just outside the zone. Swings through strike 3, and his mojo drops back down to tense again. And now, speaking of tense, here comes Rafael Yuppers. I believe he has yet to get a hit for the Outlaws, so we might have been spending some bad money here on Rafael Yuppers, and it might be a good idea for us to potentially look at a replacement before that. Okay, never mind. What a play! What the hell? Villa leaps in the air. He has terrible fielding ratings, and somehow he makes that play. So Rafael Yuppers absolutely obliterated that ball, but it stayed low and on a line, and Villa was able to catch that on a line for out number 2. Rock Quintana coming in, blocked in. 2-1 count here. Sandman cruising so far. 2-2 now, with 2 outs. And there's an off-speed pitch, but ahead of that one is Rock Quintana pulls a foul. And there's the off-speed pitch. It's going to be sent in a left center field gap. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Fervor gets to it quickly, but it's going to be an easy standing 2-base hit for Rock Quintana. And Mauricio Khan had to come all the way out to left field to field that errant throw from Fervor. But we have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Rock Quintana is able to get his part of his job done. Now here comes Jerry Love, who demolished a 2-run homer last time up. And he's looking for another pitch to drive. And he gets that one there, and that one's going to get into center field. Fervor scoops it up, but it's going to be another RBI for Jerry Love, as that one's going to be an easy RBI single. Ramon Lee, not getting the cheers from the crowd that he was hoping for. He got his first home run his last time up. So again, with 2 outs here, we'll see if we can keep a rally going for the Outlaws. It's now 11-5, so we're down by 6 in the top of the 5th here. 4 outs left. Sandman now up to 31 pitches. He's tired. And just missing that one is Ramon Lee, who fouls it back and just makes contact there. Still 2-2. And another pitch to drive, and he misses it. 35th pitch here for Sandman. And it's hit hard to center field. It's not hard enough, as that hangs up for Fervor, out number 3. I thought Ramon Lee had a chance there with a few good pitches to drive, but he was missing the barrel and fouling him off a lot, and he just missed that one too. So Demetrius Blacksmith, who got a hit his last time up, comes up. Jacoby Maddox getting to the end of his day. He should be pulled here shortly to avoid anything bad happening. He gets K Collector activated with a 1-2 count, and that's going to stay out of the zone. And swings through that one for strike 3, so gets the easy out against the catcher, the number 9 hitter, and now has to be careful as Flown Corona, or who already hit 1 home run today, looking to try and drive that one. And luckily, we do end up pulling Jacoby Maddox for Ford Richardson. Not sure why Stephanie Lopside has not come in yet. First pitch from Richardson is a mistake, and it gets obliterated but pulled way foul. and immediately Corona's down 0-2. Takes a ball, followed by a pop out, or a pop foul. That's going to be a ball 2. And there's strike 3 called on the outside side of the plate for out number 2, and Flown Corona can't believe it. Werner Medrano, one of the other players that's hit a home run today, 3 for 3 with a home run and 2 singles. And Ford Richardson is already gassed, as he did not have much stamina coming into this one. 3 balls to start this at-bat, followed by a gimme strike. And there's strike 2, so full count, 2 outs, and fouled off by Medrano. And popped up to shallow. This one's going to be just on the edge of the infield grass, and Ramon Lee catches that for out number 3. So a clean inning once again for the Outlaws bullpen. And we head to the top of the 6th. This is our last chance, and we still need to score 6 runs to have any chance of coming back in this one. 3 outs to work with. Reef Sandman comes out, and Johnny Buckley comes in. Johnny has a 4-seam, a curveball, changeup, a very common repertoire or arsenal for this pitching staff. 1-2 count here for Justice, and swings through strike 3, so that's not what we want to see from our captain. She strikes out. And now Fernanda Branch, 1 for 2 with a single, an RBI single to get the scoring started for the Outlaws, and gets that one just past the lunging first baseman and the diving second baseman for a base hit here with 1 out. And that's all we need, is we just need base hit after base hit to make something happen here. Alex Hernandez cannot be pulled, as Giovanni Mays is still injured. And that ball just over the shortstop. Khan cannot get to it, and it's going to be back-to-back singles for the Outlaws. And Alfredo Levine comes up 0 for 2 today. I don't know if this is a good idea to keep him in, but I don't know who our options are on the bench. Bev Shishin is tense right now, so I don't know if he's a good idea. Alfredo Levine has some pop. 1-1 count here, but he hasn't shown it since the beginning of the season. Swings at a pitch way out of the zone, and he was way ahead of it, and it's foul. And there's strike 3, another pitch he was way ahead of, and that's 2 outs. So we're down to our last out. Braden Sorelli, who has just been struggling here the last few games. He's tense right now. And Johnny Buckley looking to get out of this, as he's able to get the ground out, and that's going to get all the way to they're going to toss it to second base to get the easy out, and the Maulers win this one decidedly, 11-5. We had a little bit of offense show up there, but it was too little too late, and our pitching staff just completely blew up in our faces. Between Edgar Lang and Chris Blopside, I don't even know what to say. We had offense from Flown Corona. We saw Werner Medrano with a home run. We saw Gustav Ashley with a home run, but just lots of hits, 14 of them for the Maulers. We ended up getting 11 hits as well, but not nearly as impactful. We did have back-to-back home runs from Jerry Love and Ramon Lee, so it was nice to see that from them. Rafael Yuppers having another tough day, 0 for 3 today. And Sorelli, 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. I don't know what was happening with him, but he's got something stuck in his head. And Rock Quintana had a decent day, 2 for 3, a double, a single, 2 runs scored. So thanks to Jerry Love, of course. And then Fernanda Branch, 2 for 3 day, as well as Alex Hernandez. So he's been hitting really well, even as a backup. But this offense, really, really frustrating today, but not as frustrating as our pitching staff, as we got to be happy with Ford Richardson with his 2/3 of an inning and 1 strikeout, and Jacoby Maddox with his 1 2/3, 1 hit, given up 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. But then you see Chris Blopside went 1 inning, gave up 7 hits, 6 earned runs, and Edgar Langate went 1 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits and 5 earned runs. He at least struck out 2, but 3 home runs between those 2 pitchers. For the Maulers, really irritating to see that Tucker Blaze managed to go 3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 2 home runs, 4 earned runs, and struck out 1. But that's really irritating when you knew he came into this game tense already. Reef Sandman, 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 2 strikeouts. And then Buckley comes in 1 inning, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. So what a letdown. Jerry Love does get the player of the game. Werner Madrano gets number 2, and Gustav Ashley with number 3. But that's the end of the season, and that's how it goes down. We had a really hot streak going for a while, which I think we ended up winning. We're going to go with Stephanie Lopside here instead of Raphael Yuppers, but it doesn't matter as neither of them are going to stay on the team. They're both getting paid way too much. And then, of course, we have another one here. I think Ramon Lee is going to be, let's see, Ramon is getting way overpaid, right? Yeah, 7.2 million overpaid. So he's not coming back either. So Glass Snyder, you're getting the boost. And Ramon, you're getting the drop. And another one, okay. So this one between Ford and Douglas. I think Douglas is cheaper. Ford, are you getting overpaid? 0.6 overpaid. And Nick Douglas is also getting overpaid by 0.1. He's way cheaper by 0.1 versus actually Ford Richardson's cheaper. I think Ford's gone in the off season, so I'm fine with that. Okay. And I'm just going to do this quick simulation to the end of the game or end of the season here to see what the rest of the division shakes out to be. But boy, what a disappointing way to end this season. So looking at the schedule. Looking at the schedule, before we lost that one to the Maulers, we went on a tear where we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row. Actually, starting with the win against the Maulers, 6 wins in a row. So we went 6-1 in our last 7 games. Very unfortunate, and we could go back. Just a good stretch there. So I mean, we were due for a loss, but it's just so sad when we had the opportunity to take the division and we were not able to harness it. The Maulers did. They fought back, even overcoming the Pythons. And if we take a look at the wild card standings, you'll see that we end up in the number 3 spot or we'll get the number 3 seed followed by the Pythons. So 3 teams from the water division are going to be in the playoffs. And only the 1 team from the air division, the Blurs, are going to make it in. We have the 1, 2, 3. We have the 4th best record in the league. Looking at the Yang Conference, the Dive Bombers were a very dominant team, going 13-3 with a +18 run differential. The Protectors went 9-7. They won their division, the Earth division, and the Scroungers and the Favorites end up taking the top 2 wild card spots to make it in to the first playoff series of this entire league's history. Now, what I wanted to do was take a quick look at what happened since our last game. I don't know if you saw that player development opportunity, but that's a very intriguing one. Okay, so we have Alden Smile comes up becoming available here. This could be a replacement for Raphael Yuppers, depending on his cost. Pinch Perfect and Base Rounder, very intriguing. We have chance for Alex Hernandez to gain Slowpoke. I don't really care about that. We have Emmeline Merritt can have a chance to develop. That would be nice to see our bullpen get a little bit better. We have Ward Drake becoming available, second baseman, infield, outfield, utility player with Dive Wizard. Interesting. We have Pretend South getting signed by the Reapers, replacing Alec Planner. He's a third baseman, good hitter with good arm, but he's slow, and he has base jogger, so that's not too bad. Not a bad option there. We have Chase Sherwood getting signed. We see Paris Barnes becoming available as a second baseman that all she does is hit. And then we have Emmy Williamson getting signed by the Sewer Sneaks. Thunder Fry becoming available, an infielder with good speed and a fielding. All right, let's see. Yannick Burr gets released. he was playing really well for the Marauders, and he gets replaced by Harrison Bowles. So Yannick Burr becomes available, but not a guy we want on our team. And then lastly, we have Evergreen Stevenson getting signed, replacing Sandro Dela Cruz. So interesting option there, a B minus starter, and then we have Dalton Bavshishin with Bro Boom and a chance to get fastball hitter. So if the 23-year-old can get fastball hitter, oh my god, that would be amazing. We have 2.6 million to work with, and we have this one for Alex Hernandez, this one for Emmeline Merritt. She's 28. Is it worth us developing her at all? She would get more junk. I don't think I want to do this one. And then this one for Dalton Bavshishin, we are guaranteed to go for this one. I absolutely want that. So 2 power, 2 contact, chance for more power and contact, and then a chance for fastball hitter. Oh my god, please get this, Dalton. Going into the playoffs with that would be a huge boost. Please, please, please. All right, more power. No, we don't get it. More contact. We don't get that. So we are going to get the fastball hitter, right? Right. Don't. Damn it. Missed out on an opportunity, a huge opportunity to make Dalton a cornerstone piece of this team. He already is, but to make him even better would be absolutely phenomenal. All right, this one's cheap for Alex. It's going to boost his speed a little bit. You know what? No, I'm not going to spend this because what would be the point? We don't need him to be faster. If he gets slow poke, it offsets it anyways, and -1 power is the last thing that he needs. So no, we're not going to do this one at all. So that's it for player development. The last thing that we want to do is a quick little review of I just want to see if there's anybody that we can replace. What's his name? I don't want to have Rafael Yuppers on this team. He has not been playing well. I now know why they released him. So Anthony Jeterson here. I like Pinch Perfect, but not on a starter. Anthony Jeterson with Tough Out. That'd make him a pretty decent signing, really. Pinch Perfect. Speed, decent. Power, decent. Fielding, decent. Arm, decent. Or really good. This would be freeing up $2 million to replace Rafael Yuppers, and he's disciplined anyway, so do we do that? I think we should. I think Rafael Yuppers has been useless for us, and we still have Alfredo Levine, and Sorelli has to play right. Anthony Jeterson could be in left field. So I'm fine with this move. So we're going to do that. Frees up 2.2 million. We also want to look at finding a replacement for, I guess, for Drake really quick. For Ramon Lee. Would that make any sense? It would be better speed, worse arm, worse fielding. So no, I don't like that. +5 contact, or -5 contact. No, I think we stick with Ramon Lee. He's super expensive though. And then we have, who else? We have the option for starters. So do we look to replace one of our starting pitchers? Lily Depps pitched decently well. Edgar Lang had one bad outing his whole time. And then Vincent Moon. Could we even afford any of these? No, we're not bringing in Plover Day. And this one for Vincent Moon would just be or Plover Day for Vincent Moon. We're not bringing in Muttenhouse. But let's see. Better junk, worse accuracy, worse velocity. Yeah, this one doesn't make sense to me. So Plover's not the way. And I don't think we can really free up any other money. What if we risked putting Jerry Love in left field? Now he's way too slow. And he has that wild thrower, which is so scary. I think we're better off with Anthony Jeterson in left field. Rafael Yuppers was really disappointing, right? Like, that was such an embarrassing production from him in his time up. At least Ramon Lee got a home run. But boy, that was disappointing. Okay, anyways, I think that's all we're gonna do for roster changes as we head into the playoffs. This is going to be our team. Quick little check at what the lineup would look like. We're even going to show you what the lineup would look like with injured players and tense players and everything like that. So we would have Jerry Love in the DH spot. We would have Ramon Lee at shortstop. We have Quintana at second, Colon at first, Snyder at third, Lipschitz at center. Jeterson will be in left. Sorelli will be in right, and Mays will be at catcher. So that's our team right there to start things off. Sorelli will be our leadoff man. I want Lipschitz to play in the second spot, Rock Quintana at 3, Jerry Love at 4. We'll keep Ramon Lee at 5. We'll put Glass Snyder at 6. Justice Clone feels good in the 7 spot. She seems to produce so much more when she's there. And then Giovanni Mays, when he's not injured, we'll go up to the 5 spot. Then Lee. Then Snyder. No, I like Cologne instead of Snyder. And then Snyder and then Jeterson to round out the order. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's our starting offense. Of course, as we head into the playoffs, all of the mojos get reset, all of the injuries get reset. So this will be your lineup. Sorelli leading off in right field, Lipschitz in second, in center, hitting second, followed by Rock Quintana, our second baseman, hitting third. Jerry Love, the DH, hitting fourth. Giovanni Mays catching and hitting fifth. Ramon Lee, our shortstop, will be hitting sixth. Justice Cologne hitting seventh at first base. Glass Snyder hitting eighth at third base. And then Anthony Jeterson, just freshly signed, will be in left field and hitting ninth. That is our starting lineup for the playoffs to get started at least. And as we take a look at the team, we now need to look at our league leaders to see what happened. So Rock Quintana ends up as the number 1 player of the season as he gets the MVP, batted .471, 961 slugging, 1442 OPS, 7 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 1 walk. Jay Tattersall gets the Cy Young, .86 ERA, .86 WHIP, 135 average, 21 innings pitched, 15 Ks, and 2 complete games for the Protectors starter. Braden Sorelli gets the 3 spot. Probably could have easily had 1 if his offense didn't drop off so substantially. And then you see Jerry Love ended up making his way into the top 10 at the 6th spot. So we got 3 players that ended up getting into the top 10. Jerry Love leading the league in batting average, followed by Sorelli, then Rock Quintana. Rock Quintana ties for the home run lead with Lucas Fowle with 7. Jerry Love had 4. 15 RBIs, tied for the league lead is Jerry Love and Giovanni Mays with 12, and he didn't even play the last couple of games. Braden Sorelli, Rock Quintana, Jerry Love in the 4, 5, and 6 spots for on base percentage. Slugging goes to Rock Quintana. OPS goes to Rock Quintana as well. Braden Sorelli gets 2, and Jerry Love gets 4. Braden Sorelli gets the most hits of the league. Rock Quintana gets 2. Jerry Love gets 3. Rock ties for extra base hits, and Braden Sorelli gets the 4th spot. And then we see, Sorry about that. Then we see Rock Quintana and Braden Sorelli, 1-2 for runs scored. Jerry Love is in there as well with 10. Stolen bases goes to Chirp Wallace of the Marauders. And then you see Braden Sorelli and Justice Cologne both tied for with four in second place. You see Ford Richardson and Jacoby Maddox both tied for the league lead in wins with 3. No one in the ARA column as Romeo Carson managed to go all season long without allowing an earned run. I wonder how many innings he pitched. Actually, let's take a look. He pitched 17 and a third innings, and he did not allow an earned run. A 1.04 whip, so he allowed 12 hits and walked 6. But holy moly, what? And 4 games started. That's crazy. So he only pitched about 4 innings per start. He did hit a batter too, but never allowed an earned run to score. That's just crazy. All right, saves goes to a few different players getting 3 saves. Nobody from our team for whip, OBP, or I'm sorry, OBA or strikeouts. Sorry. And then strikeouts per 9, nobody. Edgar Lang gets walks per 9, and then he makes it in there in the strikeouts per walk at number 4, so tied for 4th. He had a pretty solid season outside of that last game that he played. He ended up having a really solid season. And as I do quick peek at the time that we have left, I want to show you something really fun that I thought about doing, and I want to get your feedback on this as we go into the next one. So Rock Quintana and Jay Tattersall are your number 1 hitter and number 1 pitcher. So what I thought would be really fun is if we went to those players and we edited their gear. So we're going to have Rock Quintana's glove be, I think, can we do like, let's do an all white glove. Or let's see. We're going to make this a golden glove. And a golden bat that he's going to get. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's already looking good. I know that this isn't perfect because other people might choose these or might randomly get those assigned, but look at that yellow glove that he gets. And we're going to turn everything gold here. As long as we can. So he gets the golden gloves. He gets the golden glove. And he gets a bat that is golden as well. So there's the golden bat for, yeah, let's do it like that. There's the golden bat and the golden gloves for Rock Quintana for getting the number 1 spot in the entire league. If you have a different opinion on something else that I should do, maybe something that stands out more, please let me know. I'm also going to go over to Mr. Jay Tattersall, who will get the same treatment as the number 1 pitcher. So he gets the gold glove. We're going to do the same thing here as that ball that was like right there. So there we go. And he'll get that for everything he has as well. He doesn't bat, I don't assume. Or no, he doesn't hit very well. So we probably will never see him with the batting gloves, but we'll put him on him anyway. And same thing with the bat finish. Wait, did you see that? Why? Oh, bat style 6. So maybe that's how we ended up getting that for Rock Quintana. For some reason, his bat wouldn't let me do. See, that predefined color is what we have here. So that's so weird. What's this? Oh, oops, sorry. All right, there we go. Okay, so Rock Quintana gets the gold glove and the gold bat for his performance. Maybe we do a silver bat as the silver slugger. But yeah, Rock gets the number one spot. Congratulations to him. And Jay Tattersall gets the number two spot. So congratulations to him as they both outperformed everyone else in the league. And we head to the playoffs. So I am going to start the playoffs here after or in the next episode so we can take a look at everything. I'm going to review some of the best players in the league to kind of highlight next time out. So thank you so much for watching. I know this wasn't as an exciting game. I was really hoping we would have played a little bit better here to finish off the season, but we will take a wild card finish and we will head into the playoffs as the number 3 seed, looking to see if we can do some damage against the Yin Conference and head over to the Yang Conference to finish them off. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know who your favorite player was of the team so far this year, and we'll see you in the playoffs, everyone. Bye, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Bye.